Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Sydney Bulletin. I'm Bishoy Basilius, and with me today to discuss his upcoming Christmas message for 2018 is His Grace Bishop Daniel, Bishop of Sydney and its affiliated regions. Welcome, Your Grace. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Bishoy. God bless you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Now, we've become accustomed to hearing your annual Christmas messages ever since your arrival as our bishop in 2002. So what's this year's theme and some points that the youth can benefit from?
Okay, thank you, Bishoy, for having me, first of all. The theme of the Christmas message 2018 is taken from the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 32. The angel said to Saint Mary about Jesus Christ, our Lord, He will be great. So my message is going to be concentrated on this verse. He will be great. And the message for the youth is so important. I need to see the youth of Sydney great youth. How can I see them great youth? Because our Lord Jesus Christ was without sin, and because of this He was great. And He was great in His teachings. He was great in His life. He was great in the dealing with others. He was very decent. So my message to the youth is, I need to see all of them great youth of Sydney by distance themselves from the sin, by following the teaching of Christ, by being a role model for all the youth or Christ-like.
2017 was a tough year for Egypt, particularly the Christians, with the many attacks on the churches. What steps can the youth of Sydney take to help those affected and to make sure that they remain firm in their faith as those in Egypt have?
Three things, Bishoy. Number one, to pray for them. Because the affected people, they are martyrs and they are injured, and there are family which had been left without husband, like the family of Father Saman Shahata.
Yeah.
So the first thing that the youth of Sydney can do for these afflicted families is to pray for them every day, now and then. And number two is to try to plan for a visit to Cairo. And I'm happy to assist them in this, because I know the families of the martyrs. The recent martyr is Father Saman Shahada. I met with his wife, Mariam. Her father is a priest as well. His name is Salib Abd Shahid, Common Salib Abd Shahid. And we met together in Cairo, and I expressed the love of the youth of Sydney and the congregation. They said, oh, we would love to see the youth of Sydney. So the second point is to visit Cairo and visit the families and to see how great the faith of these families. And the last thing, the third thing, they can plan for a function to raise funds for them, because, as you know, the family of Father Saman Shahata, as example, the family lost the husband, the father, the priest. So I think as true Christian, we need to look after the needs of our brothers and sisters in Egypt.
And finally, Your Grace, last year was also a big year for our diocese, with His Holiness Pope Tawadros II visiting us for the first time as Patriarch. So what is in store for our diocese this year in 2018, in particular for the youth?
Good question, Michelle. In particular for the youth, I think I need to say thank you for His Holiness Pope Tawadros II, because for the youth, His Holiness planned the first international week for the youth in the diaspora. They are going to visit Egypt and to be guests in the Logos Center, which His Holiness Pope Tawadros, from the 25th of August to the 1st of September 2019. And from our diocese, they are going to choose only 6 youth. From the other dioceses, they are going to see, from Melbourne, they are going to choose 6. From the diocese, it depends about the size of the diocese. The total number of the youth who are going to attend, 200 youth. So this is what in 2000 for the youth. Number two, there are going to be big celebrations in 2018 for the youth in Egypt. The three celebrations are as follows. Number one, the anniversary of 100 years for Sunday schools in Egypt, and the golden jubilee of establishing the great cathedral in Amberways, and also the third function is the golden anniversary of the appearance of St. Mary in Zaytun. So my appeal to the youth is to be ready for these 4 functions: the international youth gathering, the 3 functions in Egypt, and they can share their views with the Reverend Fathers, and I can take their views to the Mother Church.
And finally, Your Grace, what's your message to all the Copts in Australia and around the world?
I'm going to say to them 2 words: fulfill your ministry, or 3 words. This is what have been said by St. Paul to St. Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5. So each one of us has a mission, but we need to fulfill the mission in honesty, in integrity, in transparency, and to see what type of mission we are doing. Is it Sunday school teacher, youth ministry, or charitable works, or serving in the committee of the church, serving the Bible, servant meeting? So fulfill your ministry is the message for everyone, even for me as a bishop. We need to fulfill our ministry in integrity and in love and faithfulness.
Your Grace, once again, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Bishop Habibi. God bless you. And thank you for the CYC and for Father Bishop Antoni. And I wish a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to His Holiness Pope Tawadros and the members of the Holy Synod and all the priests in the diaspora, the servants, deacons, and the lay people and the believers of the Christian community in the whole world. Bishop Daniel.
And that's all for this special edition of the Sydney Bulletin. A reminder that you can watch this episode again throughout the week on YouTube. I'm Bishop Basilius from Sydney, Australia. Have a blessed and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.